Hello Libras, welcome to your August 2015 tarot reading. I apologize for the delay in getting this out to you. I am actually on the road right now, so I don't have my usual getup or setup at like I do at home. So the reading is kind of like inverted. We're starting with the first card here and the last card on this side. So let's look at these two. Okay, I have the Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles reversed. You can see these, okay? Okay, the Death card in the reverse position. Okay, so there is definitely a blast from the past, and we do have Venus in retrograde right now, which is not surprising for a lot of signs. Going back to situation, hoping and praying for especially like a marriage partner, somebody in your life, a significant other, a family member even, to shape up, to come around, okay? So that's coming in first. And I do feel that it could potentially be a very, very toxic situation that you're hoping for. So you might emotionally be very invested in it, mentally and spiritually. I don't feel that it's fulfilling your needs in general. So it's best to break the ties, okay? It seems to me like it might be a little bit toxic. Your version of what happened, your version of like looking back at the past, it is through rose tinted, you know, glasses. So it's not reality. It's not grounded on reality. It's really important for you in general to just figure out. Don't look at what I would say, like, okay, look objectively at what transpired in the past. Don't think about best case scenario because that's not grounded on reality. Think about the patterns, think about the people, think about, what really transpired and why these same problems keep creeping up again with your interaction with that certain somebody in your past, okay? Figure that out if it's coming from you or it's coming from them. And don't think about what ifs because I do feel like multiple tries have been had with this person and it's not working. So you're going back to it. It seems to me like it's a waste of time. So just keep that in mind, all right? And try to get through that situation. For a lot of you, there might be like a change in a home environment and you're hoping to either sell a property, but the property itself is very problematic, so it might require like a lot of repairs. There might have been a lot of little expenditures in the process of repairing the property, and you're looking for somebody to like basically appraise the area, and then the appraiser comes in and they tell you, oh, other things have to be fixed in order for you to be able to sell it. And I do feel that 2 months, like around so we are in August, like around when the sun is in your sign. I'm getting 2 months here. There's some stall situation when it comes to trying to sell an estate, trying to sell a property, trying to fix an estate. I do feel that for the next 2 months, you're going to be bogged down with trying to fix this issue, this housing issue. And because of it, I do feel that it is going to be able to sell by possibly, I'm getting like third week of October. The third week of October, there's going to be a very, very important person coming through in order to sell this property to, in order to sign a lease for a new location, if that's something you're looking for, okay? But momentum, like traction, that getting that green light is going to come through for you in the future. So I do feel that you are working very, very diligently in order to um, fix this situation. And I do sense that if it is in general like a relationship, let it go. If it is like specifically like house related or specifically like even expanding your house because there's a new person, like a new child, somebody that you're incorporating into your foundation. So you're trying to expand your foundation to accommodate, additions to the family because we do have the Empress. And that to me is a card of fertility, okay? So it could be, it could be expanding your house just to accommodate a child coming through. and instead of one child you might end up with two or multiple, and you have to like expand your house drastically. So I see that situation coming through, but either way, the energy itself is very circular for this month, and the only outlet for this is you are keeping your head to the grindstone. You're working very, very diligently, and I do sense that paying more attention on the work situation, especially if you have just recently started a new a new job, a new started at a new work environment. Working diligently is going to be the way out for this month. And because of it, I do feel financial payout as well, okay? So in every aspect of your life, when it's like tied into relationship issues, leave the relationship issues alone. They actually will take care of themselves. I do feel last week of August, we have a lot of strange planetary aspects right now. So, for those of you in general, and I say this with all the signs, if you're trying to fix things, if you're trying to find your bearing, if you're trying to like get through the muddleness or the murkiness in relationships, the relationship aspects will work themselves out. The very, very last week of this month is what I'm sensing, especially for you guys. So spend the month being more productive, especially on the income generating front, because that to me is something that seems a little bit more urgent for Libras because of the financial situation haven't been looking too great in the past. So that's where you want to devote your energy, okay? Working, working. And don't get yourself sidetracked by other people and their issues. Do whatever you feel needs to be taken care of on your end in order to bring you a lot more stability and satisfaction in your life. And I do feel financial windfall as well as coming through. So if you have been, trying to fix that home, I do sense that you're going to get a good buyer, and the price that it's selling for is actually, right up your alley. So it looks fruitful. A lot of you might be involved with an earth sign, okay? If you are involved with an earth sign, and if for some reason there is a sense of, like, be careful with pregnancies, okay? Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Okay, so there might be like, you know, um, fertility issues in the past, and for this month, a lot of you are praying to get pregnant or hoping to get pregnant. And I do sense very good news is coming through if you're looking for, for some guidance or some direction in terms of a fertility issue. If you are not expecting, protect yourself accordingly when it comes to this earth sign, because it's sort of like a very it seems to me like it's a very karmic relationship where you might be bound to each other inadvertently because of a child being introduced into the picture. Okay, so just be very, very careful. If you're involved with an earth sign, the earth sign is male or female. You yourself, male or female. So it can create like, it can actually dampen a potentially good relationship, mainly because of unexpected pregnancies, okay? It might destabilize the home life. It might also require, like, create unnecessary stress and strain from both parties too early on in the relationship in order to try to accommodate this new child, in order to accommodate your new roles in each other's lives, okay? Because now it's not, you have to like take the relationship to the next level, and you might not be ready to do it. So that's something I want you to be just really careful about. I do feel as well, if you have an earth sign from your past, okay, this is specifically an earth sign from your past coming back into the picture some way. I do sense that this earth sign at this point is growing in their maturity level. So I do feel as well, if it hasn't worked out in the past, mainly because if your main grievance has been that, okay, you're not emotionally mature enough for me, I do feel they're coming around. They're starting to grow up, and I do sense that they're somewhat financially, responsible. And financial responsibility isn't the main prerequisite for a relationship, but it does say a lot about a person when they can take care of themselves, because then it's pretty much, they know what's important in life and they know what's worth fighting for. So it's a good indicator in general if someone is at least financially stable and can take care of themselves. They're at least independent. They're at least, capable of working at problems, working through things. So that's I feel like it's an important indicator, okay? So if you're involved with an earth sign, things haven't worked out in the past. I do feel this second time around with a little bit more, I guess, balance in the relationship as well. It can work out for between the two of you, okay? So keep that in mind as well. Um, Finances in general looks very favorable for you. So if you have been worried, I do sense that there is going to be almost like an angel investor coming through to save you at the very last minute, okay? The Ace of Pentacles is coming up like from the very end. And I normally read the first card and the last card to figure out your progression, transformation, and your progression from the beginning of the month and the end of the month. And it's telling a story which I feel is quite strange. Well, not strange, but appropriate. So let's look at this. It's you're praying the very first week you're praying for something. And I'm doing this reading on the last week of July, so this is residual energy coming through from July. You have been praying and praying and praying for something. And then the universe is going to hand it to you by the end of this month. And it's going to come even sooner than the end of this month. But I do feel whatever it is that you're hoping for, a lot of you are hoping for a financial windfall. A lot of you are hoping for some type of a monetary gain. It can be selling a business, selling a property, selling a home, selling an estate, selling a piece of land, selling something, or at least hoping for a loan, a very big payment, a loan, um, some financing opportunities coming through, some investment opportunities coming through, and you've been wanting this for most of July, and it is going to come through for you. So, don't stress out about your finances too much. If you've been in situations where you were like perpetually in lacking money or in like a financial scarcity, like throughout your life, this is an important lesson here for you to just get a better grip on your finances, in terms of budgeting, not spending more than you've earned and things like that. So they can be very basic or they can be very, very profound, in which a divorce left you, pretty much decimated financially, or you were in a relationship in which the other person, even a business partnership, in which you were kind of like stabbed in the back, for example. So this is an important month for you to come to terms with that and then figure out what you can do so it doesn't happen again in the future, okay? But I do feel that if it's on the finance front, your wishes are being answered, okay? And it's going to come through for you, so don't despair, don't stress too much. I do feel as well a lot of you might be kind of like in a situation where you might refinance your home. You might like put your home on the market mainly because of a financial situation, and just wait it out this month. If you're in that type of a dire straight situation financially, wait it out a little bit for this month, and I do feel it is going to come through for you unexpectedly, okay? And it's going to answer your prayers. So be patient about it this month. When it comes to like relationships that have especially like fallen apart in the past, and it's like off and on type of family relationship even, I do sense that you need to really address this issue, find out why you're working so hard at it and the other party is like gaining all the benefits that you're putting in, because I do feel with the devil, and basically you're the one putting all the work in, and multiple times you're putting the work in. So it seems to me like this is something that is very, very one sided. And I'm sensing like a lot of imbalances in relationships are coming to the fore for a lot of signs to re examine if whether or not they want to be stuck in it or whether or not they want to move forward with new, even romantic opportunities that God is, throwing on their lap, or the universe is kind of bestowing upon you. So think about give and take. I do sense. Think about give and take. Think about what it is that you need versus what it is that you're getting from your current relationships as well, okay? And for a lot of you, so what I'm getting here is, this financial windfall is going to is going to change the course of your life, okay? It's you're being steered towards a new direction. but you're really, really hesitant and afraid about taking the next step, mainly because you're still tied to the past and you're still trying to actively force your way, claw your way back, and bring the past into your future. And the past hasn't been that pleasant. It's surrounded by very, very negative cards, and you're trying to bring that into your future plan. So, Libras, in general, I know that you are very diplomatic and you have you have a lot of friends. But along with Scorpios, well, Scorpios are very emotionally tied in with certain people, even though they might not be the best people. But I do feel that you stretch yourself far and wide, and you might not attract like high quality people. Just be very careful about your associations. Don't bring past energies into the next phase in your life, and especially don't be afraid to take that first step in the direction that will lead you to the next phase in your life, mainly because you aren't letting go of the past, okay? And especially when it comes to like past unhealthy toxic relationships, past work situations, or especially like ties with family situations. I'm going to say that a lot of you in general, you might have issues like, abuse, like drug abuse, even domestic abuse, I would say, coming through, affecting your self esteem on the family front. So this could be like being in verbally abusive or verbally like um, abusive relationships in which the other person like puts you down, and you don't feel that you're worthy. Okay, so I'm going to say here that we have the Empress as well. So there is going to be a revival in your lovability, in your sense of attractiveness, in your sense of, finally putting your foot down and regaining control in your life. So Libras, the time for this year, if this is actually a very important month as well. I do feel that a lot of you have been praying for something to come through, like a miracle almost, praying for something to come through to help you. It could be fertility, it could be financial, lifting you out of your financial burden. It could be hoping to sell this property as well. I'm sensing like a lot of family linkages and ties are coming through, and they're not altogether positive, okay? So think about what it is that you value from life. Think of money as a means to an end, because if you're spending your whole life trying to accumulate wealth, I do feel that your relationships might be put on the back burner and your relationships might suffer, okay? Or you could be like, I'm sensing like a workaholic this for the past few months, mainly because you have financial concerns. And because of it, your home life situation is neglected, okay? So think about what it is that you value and how your actions are showing the things that you value, the people that you value them. Okay, so think about what it is that you're hoping to achieve and how your actions are in alignment with the things that you say you're hoping to achieve. I hope that makes sense to you. At the same time, I do sense that investing in the right people, okay, investing your time, your resources, your energy. Energetically, we don't want to be around toxic people because we absorb their energy, and it's very, very emotionally draining if we're around wrong people. And I feel that you know too, and that's why some of us, if we don't like certain people, we just don't want to hang out with them, because we have to protect our aura, okay? We have to protect our energy field. So think about what it is that you don't like in certain people, and just try to avoid people in the future with those same traits, because you don't want to be energetically like drained when you have so much to do and take care of this month, okay? But at the same time, I don't feel finances are going to be rocky or anything like that for you. If anything, there is a windfall coming through for this month. So don't stress, don't worry too much, okay? And if you are expecting, congratulations. I do feel as well that in general, this is what I'm getting here, and that might not be entirely positive. So all the going back situations do not look positive, and we also have the devil, which indicates to me this is not in your best interest, is not in alignment with your greater good. If it's a work project, we have to do it out of obligation. So you can go back to, if it's a relationship, you really have to reassess what it is that you're giving in and getting out of the relationship, and um, move forward. Okay, don't look back, move forward with life. We always want to take up new opportunities as they come in, rather than being stuck in, perpetual limbo when it comes to people from our past who don't give as much as we're putting in. So just be careful about that. So Libras, take care of yourself. If you would like a personal reading, please contact me at temperatestar@gmail.com. Additionally, my website can be found in the box below. Click on the arrow and the box will expand, indicating my website. And I hope to be back in like 2 weeks to do a mid-August tarot reading, mainly because of time constraints, and I can't whip out the weekly readings in a timely manner. So I'm still trying to debate, okay? So, but either way, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful August. Take care of yourself.